Hello everyone, I'm Sandy Anastasi, Psychic Channel, Intuitive Astrologer, and Soul Coach. I'm here with my Psychic Protection Tip number 15. Folks, be aware that this is an extension of last month's Psychic Development Protection Tip number 14. So if you have not yet listened to tip number 14, please go back and do that, because that information is intrinsic to understanding and making this tip work for you. Folks, my Psychic Protection Tip number 15 is about protecting yourself from a psychic energy stalker. In my last Psychic Protection Tip, I discussed various methods of releasing and letting go of relationships with people and things that have run their course in your life and that were no longer good for you. I promised that in my next tip, I would take this to a deeper level and help you to protect from and disconnect from people who might be psychic energy stalkers or vampires in your life. First, it's important to make sure that you've done the work I described in my last tip. That's tip number 14, and be sure that you have let go yourself first. Because if you are hanging on yourself and feeding into the connection, you are not being stalked, you are participating in the energy interplay. If you are the one continuing the situation, it cannot end. Your focus needs to be on your having already let go. If you have taken all of the necessary steps and really have let go, and this vampiric person or thing in your life is still hanging on and draining the life out of you by constantly reconnecting, no matter how many times you disconnect, it's time to take more tangible steps. Whether they are using fear, verbal, or emotional attacks, whether these vampiric or stalker people are undermining you, slandering you, or in any other way creating emotional discord in you that causes you to lose your energy, this technique I'm about to give you will end that by reflecting their own energy back at them. I often recommend that my clients and students employ the following simple technique when very occasionally in such a situation using tin foil as a mirror to reflect all energy back to the energetic stalker. I call this putting them on ice. Here's what to do. First, take a small object that reminds you of the person or a thing that is energetically stalking or attacking you. I like to use a candle. That's the color I mentally associate with the person. Second, I use a sharp implement, like my fingernail, to write the following words on the candle. Or if it's an object, I'll use a pen or a marker to write these words on the object. And here are the words. This person or thing, and you should name them, write their name, can no longer affect me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. Write that right on the object or candle. Third, I then wrap the candle or the object in a piece of shiny tin foil, shiny side facing in like a mirror. Fourth, I take the tinfoil wrapped candle or object and I put it into the freezer compartment of my refrigerator. This is why I call it putting them on ice. From then on, any thought this person that's been bothering you has of you will be reflected back at them. It's amazing how quickly their thoughts of you will become positive, or at least passive. And it's also amazing how quickly they and their situation will totally disappear from your life. Poof. And from then on, it's important that you be sure, if they do pop into your mind, that you just keep cutting them off, so that you don't reestablish the link after you've already tinfoiled it and put them on ice. So try this. If you encounter an energy stalker or a vampire in your life, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. But let's also add one more thing. There's a note of caution here. If you've been in a mutually obsessive relationship with someone who's been attacking you or draining you through fear, in addition to the above protection, you really should seek help from social services, from a good counselor or priest or minister of your religious association. If they recommend it, you should also seek legal protection. Because you see, you, through your own fear, may reestablish the link. So you see, putting them into the tinfoil and putting them on ice works, but it can't work if you keep reaching out to them. So counseling is a good thing if the relationship was a very difficult one for you to disconnect from. You have my best wishes, and I know that if you employ this tip, your life will get a lot better in many, many ways. So, I'm Sandy Anastasi, psychic channel, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. To get a reading with me, or to find out where I'm teaching online and off, go to my website. I'm at www.sandyanastasi.com. That's www.sandyanastasi.com. And I do want to tell you about a webinar that I'm having in August. It's on August 5th. I will be talking about astrology. Whoops, let's get that right side up. I'm going to be talking about astrology, art, and science, my new book that I wrote earlier this year. And actually, I'm giving you an overview of astrology in that 1-hour webinar. I'm also going to be teaching an 8-week course in astrology starting in September. So take the webinar, and if that works for you, take the astrology course. If these psychic protection tips have been helping you, then this astrology knowledge, the knowledge of how different signs work and why they work certain ways and why people act the way they act, can be such a tremendous value in your life. And one last thing, and this is really a sneak peek. Don't tell anyone. I am working this month on my latest book that'll come out in 2015. Here it is. It's level 6 of my psychic development system, the Anastasi system of psychic development. Get on board with this early. Keep checking my website because it will be available for early sales, pre-orders, as soon as I'm finished with the writing and have sent it, the final version, to the publisher. That'll be soon, folks. We'll see this next year. Thank you for coming by. Good luck, everybody. And so long for now.